Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. In this video we're going to take a look at what the Cardano price is doing and also what the Bitcoin price is doing. And before we start, thanks again for all the likes, all the comments, all the subscribers. It's just crazy what we've achieved in just like 3 months, from pretty much 0 to 10,000 subscribers. So that makes me wonder how quickly can we actually get to 20 and 50,000. It seems like, many people like the content, so I just continue, I just carry on. It motivates a lot, certainly. I've also created 3 memberships, 3 different tiers of membership for this channel. So if you're interested in checking that out, then please check out the join button next to the subscribe button. On there you can get exclusive live streams, access to the social media like Telegram and Discord. They are member exclusive, so that just allows me to do a bit more close interaction with the people who want to. And obviously every support is appreciated because it takes a lot of time to do this channel. But again, thanks for everybody, but I won't change anything on the non-member with the non-member videos. That just carries on like it does, and everybody can enjoy the content every day. So thanks a lot, and really overwhelmed and really humbled by all the support. So let's start with Bitcoin first. Bitcoin, what is it doing? It's not doing well in my opinion. It's not doing too well in my opinion, and I want to say that because in my opinion, we're starting to potentially move to roll over again. We made some nice gains, but if we're honest, we're doing something similar to what we did back here. I mean, when we started on the 21st of July and we started to lose momentum here because we were trading in that sort of curve, and it was increasingly hard for the price to be pushed to the upside. And then we obviously dropped. Now we had some nice gains, a nice move to the upside, but what we can see, in my opinion, that trend, even though, yeah, it's a consolidation, that's true, but we are losing momentum again. Yeah, we have moved to the upside, nice high, new high, and that move from that high to that high was really not very strong. Tells me the buyers are not very strong at the moment, and I was very bullish until this morning, because I showed you that trend line, and I showed you the 2 bull flags. In my opinion, that was a bull flag, or at least it started to be one, but then we broke below that trend line. And yes, we've bounced off this 47,200, which is important again, so that still provided support, but we can actually see that we have broken below that trend line. So it's not great. At least we've broken that trend line to the downside, and it seems like again, that 47,200 support holds, which is crucial for me, because that is pretty much, if we break below that, we're again in that channel of consolidation, which feels horrible. That channel, it's just so boring, and it felt like forever to get out of it. I mean, it was really only a week, but it was a week of pain. Nothing really happened, and you guys know that. And especially for Cardano, it had a very, very negative impact. Feels like the price isn't moving at all, our stable coin here. But yeah, let's see how that carries on. But certainly, if we hold the 47,200, that's a very, very good thing, very important. If we drop below that, I think we can actually go down all the way to 44,000 again. And where we need to get to, we need to get to a new high. We need to get above 48,500. And ideally, we want to get to one of these levels, either 49,200 or then ideally 50,500. These are my next levels, but we need to get to the upside again. We need to ideally break above that trend line again. And bear in mind, the daily candle hasn't closed yet. So there's still a chance that on the daily, and it's a bit hard to see on the daily here because all of that plays out on the hourly, but we want to get above that trend line again. Yeah, we want to close above that trend line. In my opinion, that's very important. Otherwise, that consolidation will just continue, or we might risk dropping to the downside again. Let's take a look at Cardano, and to be honest, it's not doing much. Still trading in that descending triangle. And someone asked me actually in the comments why I'm at the moment so bearish on Cardano. Well, I'm not bearish. It's just a short-term downtrend. It feels like, we all know, it feels frustrating at the moment. It's not really moving at all, and it's just extremely hard then to really find something very positive just about the price. There's tons of positive things about Cardano, tons of positive news. Next week, one of the most important weeks for Cardano, the summit. I'm really, really excited, and I can't wait to hear what is going on and all the news that are going to be announced. So I'm bullish anyway. Guys, I think we will make new highs this year. We will get to 450 this year. I still stick with that. I've been saying that from the first day when I started this channel, and I could be wrong. It's just speculation, you know that, but that's just my view. I still think we haven't seen the best of this bull market yet. And don't forget, it's still September. In the last, you know, I think the last time when we were in that September drop, in October we found our way out of that. And it's just what it feels like at the moment. And we're all human, so we all feel the same pain, really. And a lot of people get frustrated. But to be honest, Cardano isn't the only crypto that is doing sort of sideways moves. So, however, what are we doing? On the daily here, what we can see that the RSI is dropping. Unfortunately, we are below 50. And we're losing a little bit of strength here and momentum on the RSI. But the price confirms that. So that is just what the price is doing. You can see on the RSI as well. What is nice is that the 50-day moving average is now very close. It comes up, it's very close to the price action, so it should really provide some good support. My view is that should really hold. And if Bitcoin behaves, that might actually help us to push to the upside. I think if Bitcoin drops, yes, we could actually fulfill that, unfortunately, that pattern here, that head and shoulders pattern, which is still valid in my opinion. So, you know, we've been talking about that head and shoulders for a while. I think that will play out, you know, if Bitcoin, and I probably at some point have to delete all these other lines here, but I always try, you know, sometimes it's interesting to keep all these shapes on the chart just in case we get back to a level like that. But I think I'll just delete some of them because in the end I want to keep the chart clean. So, you know, if Bitcoin doesn't behave and if it really drops below that 47,200, I think then we'd be at a point now where Bitcoin will drop below 230, and then we can drop to 220 or $2, which in my view is the target for that, or at least $2 is the target for that, you know, head and shoulders pattern. I think actually we might actually go down a little bit lower then, but you know, if Bitcoin behaves and even continues potentially to the upside, then we might actually move up as well. However, don't forget we are in this descending triangle. And in my view, if that, you know, is really a valid pattern, which it seems like it is, then what might actually happen is that we will, that we're now in this apex and it's really, a breakout will be imminent. You can see how we have this breakout build-up phase here and closer to that level, and we can't really get away from it anymore. And I think that level is actually down here. That's actually the level we are working towards here, the 230. So you know, in the next few hours, I think, or actually, you know, potentially tomorrow at the latest, something will happen here. You can clearly see how we are getting squeezed into that apex here of that descending triangle. And this is typically what happens before a breakout, and that breakout potentially will happen to the downside. It looks for me more likely like that, just looking at the pattern here, just looking at that selling pressure, you know, and the lack of interest of buyers at the moment. You know, people say it is manipulated, and that could be the case. You know, weekends getting out of the market because they get frustrated, and some other people are buying that up because they, you know, they know something might be coming, especially next week. So personally, I can't give recommendations, but for me, I'm a long-term holder. You know, that it's my biggest holding, Cardano. It's an amazing crypto. And it's just the price action is just not doing much at the moment. And sometimes it feels hard if, you know, you continue to watch the chart and nothing is really happening. And that's just what it is. But, you know, either way, if it goes down, I think potentially we need that to really get the strength. And I think if we drop down, it might just be a short one, might maybe just be a very quick drop and then recovery as well, like in a V shape. And if we go up, that's fine as well. You know, as someone who's doing dollar cost averaging like I do, I'm actually happy both ways. But you know, we all psychologically want the price go up, but at the moment it just feels frustrating, and we see the price going down, and we see that we are in this descending triangle. So yeah, I think this might actually play out to the downside, and I'd be extremely happy if it doesn't. It's just looking at the pattern, looking at what the price is doing. Really, that breakout build-up that we've seen so many times the other way around is not doing the same this way around, where we're trading against a horizontal support level and just getting closer and closer. And on top of that, you've got that head and shoulders pattern, which is a bearish pattern as well. And it's very clear on the Cardano chart. It's not as clear on the, on other charts, but with Cardano, it is pretty clear actually. So let's see what is going to happen. Either way, don't be frustrated. We'll find our way through this, and probably next week we'll see breakouts to the upside in anticipation of that fantastic Cardano summit which is coming up. And if not in anticipation, then probably because of all the news that will be announced there. I think there will be a lot happening, and sooner than later we'll find ourselves at new all-time highs, in my opinion. So just to give a little bit of hope here, and fundamentally nothing has changed. It's actually everything is now better. We are in smart contract era, and Cardano will shine. Cardano will shine. I have no doubt about that. It's just when we've got a short-term downtrend, I might sometimes sound a little bit bearish. And to be honest, if we're in a downtrend, it is bearish. But long-term or medium-term even, this crypto is bullish. Everything's going the right way, to be honest. And these consolidations are just what sometimes needs to happen. All right, so hold on to your Cardano. Obviously, no financial advice, but I do that. And I'm dollar cost averaging. I'm buying more. Payday for me tomorrow, so I'm gonna load up my Cardano, my ADA coins tomorrow. And yeah, then guys, see you tomorrow in another update video. Have a nice evening, depending on where you live. It's here evening in the UK. And consider the membership potentially. Consider my second channel on which I teach technical analysis, and you can find a link in the description. And give it a like, a subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.